Hi everyone, I'm Anisha. I'm going to be looking at some celebrity marriage relationship charts. I'm going to be focusing on their personal relationship, what worked and what did not work. These are going to be short excerpts of astrological charts. These are computer generated and they are by no means of a personal nature. The charts, the analysis is going to be providing meanings of planets, combination of planets in signs and in houses, as well as the interpretations of the planetary dominance in line with the modern Western astrology. These charts or analysis is also not to cause any negative aspect or damage the reputation of anybody. We're just going to be having a look at what worked and what did not work. Now I'm going to look at the combined chart for both Bill Gates and Melinda Gates. We have the first aspect in which Bill Gates is Saturn and Melinda Gates is Sun. Over here, Sun is squaring Saturn. It speaks about power conflicts. It speaks about a security urge, a need to be validated constantly about the other person's presence or the other person's impact. Here, we see that with Bill Gates being Saturn, the idea of security, stability, duty, and responsibility is going to be conflicting with the optimism, ambition, and confidence of Melinda Gates. Now, Saturn is the father planet, and we have Sun, which is squaring Saturn, which is like it's a rebellious child, which is lashing out at the parent. So, all the limitations, all the restriction that the Saturn planet, that is Bill Gates' planet, is going to be imposing on Leo child, that is Belinda, is going to be revolted back, because Leo also as a planet is not a very it's not a very gentle planet. It's a very courageous, a planet that is fiery, that can speak its mind, is very confident, and has its own ambitions, and also wants to be the center of attention. So over here, there is going to be a very a constant push and pull relationship, wherein that Belinda will feel somewhere sometimes that she's being limited or she's being restricted, or there's a lot of interference into the kind of work or her thoughts or her ideas that she wants to implement or take ahead. Also, there is a sense of disappointment and discouragement, because the Leo child or the Leo heart son wants that validation, wants that appreciation, but the Saturn planet wants you to learn. Will take you back to the blackboard again and again and tell you that really learn it properly till the time that you get it right, which does not go well down the Leo's throat. And the second aspect, we have Bill Gates, that is Pluto, and Melinda Gates is Saturn. Over here we have Saturn, which is an opposite to Pluto. Now again, this is very interesting. It's a Mars squaring Mars. Both of them work as a transformative elements in each other's lives. Pluto is all about transformation, and Saturn is also, it's the teacher planet. He's also about transformation. So while it's a very difficult aspect, but it can bring about, should had they not met each other, maybe the kind of insight and transformation that the other has given to the partner's life wouldn't have happened. So I would say it's a very karmic kind of a tie over here as well, that you were meant to meet, you were meant to be together, and the lessons that have come to you through each other stay with you for life, but they have also transformed you as people. They have transformed the line of work that you have chosen, the people that you have become. Along with the good, of course, also comes the challenging aspects, because there will be conflict as far as individual wills and desires, and even if they are not expressed very vociferously, or there's no drama that is happening, there'll always be this underlying power play that would be happening, wherein that there would be a tendency, either there is interference in the work or there's an obstruction in each other's work, and there could be some friction and some hostility. There is a sense of competitiveness which this aspect of Saturn and Pluto brings about. The next aspect we have is Mars. Bill Gates is Mars and Melinda Gates is Venus. And over here, even though Mars and Venus together, it's a very nice combination, but out here we have Venus that is squaring Mars, which in plain language means that though Bill Gates will stimulate Melinda Gates mentally, intellectually, but and there will be a lot of attraction because you are constantly having these very interesting conversations. You are on the same plane, you understand each other, but along with it will also come friction. Along with it will also come a lot of impatience over here, and one of you will resist the other person's control over here, and maybe a little bit too much of emotion that comes from Melinda Gates having the Scorpio moon. You will feel everything very intensely, and the logic or the rationality which Bill Gates has of the Virgo being placed in his chart very prominently, he would want to sort of sit back, analyze his emotions, go through them in a very logical way. But the Scorpio moon will not allow that. The Scorpio moon wants you to drown with them, wants you to feel as intensely as they do. The next aspect we have is that Bill Gates is Venus and Melinda Gates is Sun. And out here, Sun is squaring Venus again. So again, you have power and creative conflicts. There is creative surges as well, wherein that there is you're constantly antagonist towards each other. And again, this would be very subtle. It's not that there is a major drama that is happening. Not to say drama won't happen after quite a long period of time of being quiet, or it could come in the form of simply rejecting the other person's ideas, or simply not being cooperative with each other. They can also bring about a lot of difference in how you think and how it is that you may want to implement, or how it is that socially you would be conducting your life as well. It can also at times bring about a lot of extravagances. It can bring about overindulgences as well. The next aspect is Bill Gates is Mercury and Melinda Gates is Mars. And over here, Mercury is squaring Mars. So there is a conflict between both of them as far as the reasoning tendency of is there. So a lot of arguments, a lot of impatience, misunderstandings, and they can be just a time where both of you are not speaking with each other, or you are using a third person to speak with each other, and just cooperation would be very, very difficult to achieve over a period of time. Now, what happens is, the interesting thing is that, not to say that whatever that astrology says, it's written on the wall, and two people with very different planets can't get along. But what happens is that once we have an understanding of how the planets are placed in the partner's chart, and we are willing to transform ourselves, forget about the other. If you're willing to transform ourselves and say that, okay, I know this is an issue over here, and every time that I discuss something, it ends up into an argument or a confrontation, then maybe there is another route that I need to be taking. And even if that gets done, then just over a period of time, people can choose to separate. But I have seen enough charts in which there is a lot of competitiveness, there is a lot of hostility, and people have stayed together, and the relationship has been quite fine. Planets are simply indicative of who we are and how it is that the relationship will pan out. Human beings are adaptive. We are, I think, the most malleable people who can adjust, who can compromise, who can change toxic patterns. Astrology then is simply a navigation tool for you to have a smooth journey ahead. The last aspect over here I'm going to look at is Bill Gates is ascendant and Melinda Gates is Pluto. So Pluto is conjuncting ascendant, which is a good aspect. It speaks about encouraging each other spiritually. There is a lot of self-improvement. And over here, Melinda Gates seems to be having a very strong spiritual effect on Bill Gates' basic consciousness and self-awareness. And she would be somebody who would be encouraging him more towards ethics, fundamental spiritual leanings, and also moral sentiments. Ideas of fair play and justice may differ a bit over here between both of you. There can also be differences in conception of ethical procedures in business or other affairs, and they can create big problems of adjustment over here. Overall, this aspect is not really harmful, or it's not really adverse. It just simply adds an emphasis to the other conflicts as well. Overall, the chart is a wonderfully transformative chart wherein two people have gotten together and opened up really each other's mind and also to their life mission. For those of you who are expecting any drama, there I don't think so. There's going to be any drama. I think it is just a lot of acceptance, a lot of even understanding and resignation over the situation. That is what eventually the charts leave you with. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. I would love to hear from you. If there is a specific celebrity couple that you would like me to cover, do let me know in the comments below. I would love your feedback on this chart as well. What are your thoughts? What is it that you think worked and did not work? I'll see you again soon, and thank you so much for watching.